Hey, what's up YouTube? Garber7 here, and today I have the pleasure of reviewing Vankyo's newest Android TV box called the Matrix box. This actually just got released a couple weeks ago. I finally got one in for a review, and this thing is actually supposed to be one of the best sub $100 Android TV boxes out right now that you can buy on Amazon. And so far, if you go on Amazon and check the reviews, everyone who's gotten this device has actually been very pleased with it. They've raved about how powerful it is, how easy it is to actually connect via Bluetooth to other devices, and just how smooth the actual device works. So we're definitely going to go ahead and review that as well. Also do a speed test for you guys who are like pretty much want to know exactly the full specs and things like that and how it actually operates, things like that. But yeah, we're going to dive right into this. So this is the box. This is Vankyo's newest thing. Vankyo's been around for quite some time. They're a big tech company as well, and they've come out with a lot of great products, and now they're coming out with this Android TV box. Now, the box itself, on the outside here, you have the information here about the different things that are available. So this is their TV box X95 Max. It comes with a remote, power adapter, HD cable, and a user manual. It raves for smooth downloading speeds. Has the access to the Google Play Store. There's some other things in here that's pretty good as well. It's supposed to be a slim design as well. It does have a on the front an LED clock for the front of it, so it'd be nice to go on your dresser or any type of entertainment furniture you might have. It'd be perfect for that as well. Now, as far as specs go, this thing has 4 gigs of RAM. Right, it's pretty good. It has 64 gigs on board for storage, so you can download a lot of apps and things like that. It also has the ability to be expanded with a micro SD card as well. It does have an HDMI port, it has USB 3.0, and then it has Bluetooth 4.2, which is pretty awesome considering you're buying a device sub $100. And right now, if you actually were to go buy one of these, they're offering additional 5% off the actual device. So it's definitely something you may want to check out, especially after watching this video. So we're gonna go ahead and dive in. So let's go ahead and see what's inside of our box here. All right, so it's got nice packaging. All right, now in the box, it should have everything that we just talked about on the outside. All right, so let's check it out. Boom, boom. All right, so here is the actual device itself. I'm going to see if I can find a point to pull it out. There it is. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. Right off the bat, this thing is very, very light. Again, it feels super light. All right, but here's the actual device itself. All right, you have your USB support right here. So you have actually 2 here. All right, so you have one that's USB 3.0, which is the blue one. Then you have your standard 2.0 USB as well. On the back here, looks like we have, let me just go ahead and clear it up. We have our HDMI port, we have a power port here, we have, Ethernet. All right, so you can plug in via Ethernet. There's another port here, optical port, and then you have your AV port as well for any type of audio and things like that. And again, on the front here, revisit this. This is where your LED panel would be once it's powered on to actually see the time, which is awesome. All right, so again, this thing is really, really light. It's plastic casing around everything, but overall it feels great in the hands. It's very light. I'm surprised how light this thing is to be as powerful as it is. It's a nice form factor. It's very small, so it won't take up much space on any of your home furniture, things like that. So this thing can actually be stashed behind a TV too if you have that seamless design as well. All right, so it's pretty cool. Here's our logo here. Awesome. All right, as far as the accessories that come with it, you have your charger. All right, you have your wall adapter here. Actually plug this thing in. Then underneath here we have the remote. All right guys, so here's the remote. It's about the size of a Fire TV remote, and it feels the same as well, and it's kind of made up similar. Very, very similar. Now the remote on here does have, and one thing I've read, it does have a button here that actually allows it to change to a mouse. So if you're navigating an app that requires a mouse, with the remote here, you should be able to do that, and yes, it's right here. All right, so there's a mouse button here. Now the buttons themselves, very clicky. They don't feel cheap or feel like they'll get stuck. I know a lot of Android TV boxes have poor remotes. We'll test this one out as well to make sure it's good, but it feels good. It feels kind of like a Fire TV remote. It feels nice and firm and sturdy. This is one thing I like. Because again, a lot of Android TV box remotes are horrible. They're great devices, but the remotes, for whatever reason, they just forget about them. So I think Vankyo thought about that, and they made this one pretty good. All right. And then lastly, what do we have here? We have our HDMI cable as well to actually plug this in to our TV. All right, and then there's an instruction manual and things like that to go over some more details of the actual device. Pretty awesome, right? So now we're I'm gonna go ahead and walk through the setup process of plugging this thing into your TV. Then we're gonna check out what it looks like and things like that and see if it lives up to the hype. All right, guys, setup is pretty easy to do. I have the remote here, but simply all you gotta do is just pretty much plug in your HDMI cord, and once you plug it in to that port, then you'll plug in your power adapter into the wall, and you're pretty much set up to go. The other end of your HDMI obviously goes into your TV, but that's it. So there's two connections here. Now I have it here, and I have a video here because I want to compare something here. So here's the old Fire TV box. All right, and then here's the Vankyo box. So you can kind of see the size comparison here. The Vankyo box is actually a little bit smaller. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. Like I said, this thing is really small, and it fits really well on any like furniture set, or if you have like a home entertainment system set up, you can kind of sneak it in there. Or if you wanted to mount it on the back of a TV or stick it behind the TV, you could, because the thing is actually pretty light. So I started to share that with you guys. Again, setup is pretty easy to do. It's just HDMI in the back. Then you plug in your power adapter into the actual box and then down into your wall, and it's powered on just like that. Now another cool thing is that with the remote here, I can then hit this power button and actually turn this thing off, which is something you actually can't do with the Fire Stick. It's always on. So I know some people care about security and things like that, and or just, you know, maybe feel some type of way about a device staying on all the time. With this one, you actually can just turn it right off by clicking the power button, which is actually pretty cool. So I can just shut this thing down altogether. So let's go ahead and dive into the on-screen prompts and things like that, and then initial setup, and then we'll take a look at some of the apps that it can run and see how well it performs. All right, so once you boot this thing up for the very first time, you're going to come to this welcome screen where you're going to have to select your language. I'm going to select English here. All right, now, so English is checked. Now I'm going to go down to next. All right, now it's going to actually have you test out the actual Joy-Con. I like to call them joysticks, or the directional keypad. So you just pretty much move left and right to see how well it works. You move up and down, and then you hit OK, and it should read 100%. Then it's going to actually try to access your Wi-Fi network, so you can kind of choose whatever network you have here and set this up. All right, guys, next up, you'll get this prompt here for your interface to kind of show where things are. If you used Android TV boxes before, you're pretty much used to this interface. If you're new to it, like I am, so this would be your interface here. So when it loads up, this is what you'll see on the screen. Now, one thing I did notice right away is that the time in the top right corner reflects on the time on your Android TV box. So your Matrix box actually reflects the time that is shown here on the screen, which is actually pretty cool. So if I go and change the time here, it should reflect the same thing on a physical device. All right, so but this is it. This is the interface. I actually like it. It looks modern, it looks newer. Some Android boxes don't have an interface like this, so that's pretty cool. Now, after doing some research and reading, some of the apps that are on here are pre-installed by Vankyo to work with their device only. So for instance, Netflix that's on here, I was told that the Netflix app that's on here is geared directly towards, or specifically towards, their box. So if you go through and let's say you delete it and download the one at the Google Play Store, it may not work completely. So there's certain ones you just want to leave alone. So this is one, and then the YouTube app as well has been designed for the actual Matrix box as well. All right, so that's something to think about going forward. But everything else seems pretty good. Again, the mouse and stuff like that is, as you can see, it's really slow. I've been pressing left and it takes quite a bit of time. There may be an option here for us to go in and maybe adjust the sensitivity of the remote. I also noticed that the remote needs to be kind of leveled with the actual Matrix box to actually work properly, because if I hold it down or something like that, or if I'm away, or if it's behind something, or if it's further away, I noticed that the sensitivity is a little different. All right, so but here are all the apps. Again, we have the Play Store here, which is pretty cool. So I can go through and click on the Play Store, and now I have access to Google once I sign in. Let's try out the back button. Back button works pretty good. Then you have your TV store, which is cool too as well. So you have access to different apps and things like that for TV. So if you just hit agree and things like that. So there's different apps here you can actually go through and download that they have available. Okay. All right, guys, so here's pretty much all of the information about the device. This is an X95 Max. It's supporting Android 9, and it does have the Bluetooth and everything on there, but again, for a lot of people wanting to know what version of Android it has Android 9, not Android 10 yet. Obviously Android 10 will be coming out soon, but this is it. So this is all the information you would need to know as far as like the version of Android. So it has the latest TV box version. I'm sure if there's an update or things like that, it will be definitely coming towards this device. So a couple of things I noticed with the remote, if you were to, let's say you click on the remote and you turn off the mouse feature, it does work a lot better. For whatever reason, the mouse is very slow. So I just went and turned it off. Now I'm able just to use the actual key presses, and it makes things a lot better and a lot snappier to navigate around. Let's go back to YouTube and just kind of see how like a video would play with this. As you know, this device is supposed to be capable of working on a 4K TV. So it does have the ability to show good content on any TV. So let's go ahead and check that out. So here, I'm going to go up here to search. Let's check out my channel, of course, and let's see how the video quality on this comes up. All right. So again, yep, just by looking at this ad, my TV looks really good. Doesn't look any choppy, it doesn't lag or anything, and everything's pretty smooth. Yeah. All right, so everything's pretty good. It's got the video quality that we need, so definitely check those out as well. But yeah, we have the Play Store and everything, so let's go over here to this game. All right, so we have a game called BB Racing. Now I got it out of the Matrix Box store, the UTV store that we just saw, and this one says it's optimized for the remote, so we'll check that out. And we're also going to sit here and look at the load time. So this thing is running pretty quick as far as the game goes. And again, I'm in a room with not the best Wi-Fi reception because I'm trying to test out the capabilities of this device. So I'm going to click play, see how fast it loads. It's loading pretty quick. Oh wow, the quality is really good. Very good. So I'm actually impressed by the quality of this device. So I'm just going to click through these prompts and let's see how the remote works with the game. And here we go. And yes, the remote does work really well with this game, as you can see. This is pretty awesome. I'm actually very happy with this right now. We started out kind of hard in the beginning, but now I'm very impressed now. The game quality looks really good on my TV. This is not a 4K TV, it's a 1080p TV, but overall, this box is making my TV look amazing. All right. All right, guys, so I ran a graphics score, and this is an intense an extreme graphics score and things like that. So I ran a test to get a score for the X95 Max, just to see how well the graphics are with this device when it comes to extreme gaming and things like that. So it scored a 341, and it tested all of the graphics of the device. It brute tested the CPU, the processing power, all of that. So what it did, it kind of ranked it against some of the other devices out there. So it has it on par with some mobile devices, things like that. But overall, it scored about 11% better than some other devices. This box is actually pretty good with all the accessories and features and things like that that you have available. It's pretty awesome for the price. And again, it's going to take some getting used to for me because I'm coming from a Fire TV stick, so things are set up totally differently, and this is full on Android. So this is using Android 9.0, I believe. We'll go in settings and check that out. But overall, it's a really good box, really good design. It has pretty much everything you would need in TV box. I don't have any complaints now. The Wi-Fi connectivity is actually better than Fire TV box, which is pretty shocking because I really thought the Fire TV box was going to outperform this particular box, especially with the size this one is. But this was actually outperforming my Fire TV box, which is pretty cool. So if you guys have any comments or anything like that about the device, definitely let me know in the comment section below. If you have the device, let me know as well. Give us some feedback on what you think about it, how it compares to maybe some other ones that are out there for the same price point. Again, this thing is under 100 bucks. The remote it's pretty good. Like I said, I would use it without the mouse feature, but you know, if you do test with the mouse is a little bit slow, but everything else in the remote is pretty good. I would like to see in a feature play pause button, so definitely check it out. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. This is the end of my review. So if you like this video, please enjoy it. Please also comment below if you've got this box, if you're thinking about it, or if you have any questions about the box that I might be able to help you figure out or help you determine if you should buy it. Definitely let me know in the comment section below. But other than that, guys, thank you all for tuning in and watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.